Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss on Psycho frequently asked questions, mainly for the .NET developers. So when I started working on Psycho, I had initially I had a lot of questions on what exactly is a Psycho, and I'm coming from the .NET developer .NET background. What are things I need to learn, and where are the exactly I can find the resources, how to reach out to another technical people who are working on Psycore. So there are some of questions I had. Uh, Today I am going to cover few of them in this video. About me, I am Gopi Krishna. So I'm a Psycho certified developer, currently working as a senior engineer in Wandel. I live in Bangalore, India. So if you feel free to reach me in my mail ID or blog or Twitter. Let's get started. First question is, what exactly is Sitecore? Uh, so Sitecore, when we think in a basic layman terms, it's like a Sitecore is a content management system. It just provides us a way for us to manage our website content. It's as simple as that. So non-technical people or the marketing people can easily go and maintain their content using the CMS platforms like Sitecore. But Sitecore evolved so much; it's not just anymore a CMS. It is called an experience platform. It's a more or less like a combination of experience content management system as well as a marketing tool. That's why it's called experience platform. Um, let's have a look at what is the history of Sitecore. Sitecore is founded in Denmark around 2001 initial years of 2000, and last versions I will just mention here like Sitecore 6, 7 and 8. Current version is the Sitecore 8.2 update 4. I guess it was released in June 2017. Uh, so at present we are working on 8.2. But Sitecore evolved so much. There were like a lot of new features came up added into the 7, like searching and all. For 8, the full experience got changed with the Sitecore. So more and more features are getting added by version to version. So I hope next version is Sitecore 9. As of now, I see in the Sitecore Symposium schedules. So let's wait and see. Yes, this is my favorite question. Like, yeah, I am a .NET developer. I am working on mostly on the ERPs or internet portals or web applications. I'm working on. So, does it make sense for me to learn a site code? Is it another one more technology? I need to spend time and learn everything. But as a .NET developer, you don't need to learn everything again. It's the same ASP.NET MVC or web forms you are going to use, and same C Sharp and SQL Server or whatever the tools we used to use, Visual Studio. So, but just that Sitecore, how the interface of Sitecore, how we exactly implement the Sitecore functionalities using the Sitecore framework, implement the pages, modules. Those are the things we learn. Otherwise, whatever the .NET skills we had before, that would be same. That would be as valid as when you are working on Sitecore projects. So just that Sitecore comes as extra, but your .NET still exists. So and especially where I live in Bangalore, India. I see more and more companies are looking for Sitecore developers. So there is increase in projects, and as directly proportional to as increase in the projects, we need more people to work on the Sitecore. So that's what we are seeing right now. So it's a good time to learn Sitecore. Just one more platform. We are not leaving the .NET. It's always we can always get back to our .NET. Sitecore and cloud. Yeah, cloud is a buzzword we hear a lot of times nowadays. Either say it as Azure. We are in a .NET world, so we mostly hear about Azure, and as well as AWS, Amazon Web Services, or Google. So, what is the relation between Sitecore and cloud? Is it any different, or can I deploy the solution? Yes, we can deploy. As we all know, there are three variations: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, as well as a software as a service. Infrastructure as a service, we can always deploy it, just that we are firing up a virtual machine and we will be deploying the sitecore. Sitecore deployment is nothing, not a completely different from your typical .NET deployment. Of course, we have a lot of CM, content management, CDs and all, but just that you have a website, you will be hosting in IIS. A similar way we are going to host in Sitecore as well, like, but just that Sitecore extra part will come. So VM is as similar as anything else. So we just fire up one VM and we will install IIS or .NET Framework, whichever we require. We control everything. But Sitecore recently partnered with Microsoft Azure, and with the 8.2, they have Sitecore version 8.2. They have come up with lot and lot of Sitecore platform as a service features, where we know that it's not just the VM we are going to use. It's a whole platform, OS and application stack also will be given to us. It's just that we are going to host our application. So Sitecore is partnered with Azure team, and they were developing the tools for us. So we don't need to install Sitecore there. We can just use the Sitecore platform and just that host our solution. And we don't need to manage any backend infrastructure or VM or anything. And last thing is this platform as service is more and more we are going to see in future. We are going to explore more and more. That's what Sitecore we already started, like a partner network. We already started like deploying the solutions in cloud, especially using PaaS. Previously we used to do with infrastructure as a service. Now we are doing more with the platform as a service. And third one is a software as a service. As Sitecore is not a direct consumable product. It is a framework to build Sitecore solutions, to build like client websites and all. So we cannot directly consume that as a service. That's why I rolled out like software as a service is not in this Sitecore context. Next one is, yeah. This question I hear a lot of times. How different is Sitecore from WordPress? So mainly, why we are asking about WordPress is, as we know, irrespective of which platform you are working, either .NET, Java or anything, most of us have blogs, and we typically use WordPress for blogging. So there also I am kind of a that is also a kind of a content management system, because at the end of the day I am just firing up my browser and I am uploading on one blog post. Just I write the content there and it will get added, and I'll just publish it. It will get added to my blog. The similar way, Sitecore, we are just managing the content, everything. Like content authors will log in and log into the Sitecore, and they will upload the content. And once they publish it, it will get added to the live site. So how different is it WordPress from Sitecore, or Sitecore from WordPress? So main key feature I am going to tell is, what I find main difference is, WordPress is a kind of a portal where this is not exactly a framework. This is a ready to consumer tool. So WordPress, when you are firing up a blog, you don't need anything. It just take 5 minutes. You just fire up a blog. There are a lot of third-party add-ons. You will just add the third parties, and you will be done with it. But whereas Sitecore, it's not just a portal or anything. It is a framework. It's a kind of a foundation framework Sitecore gave us, using which, as a developers, we build solutions for our clients. This is not a ready-to-use product. And WordPress, if you go, there are like a lot of third-party add-ins developed by, as it is open source, developed by a lot of people. So it's like whenever I add one plugin, I will be adding it different, and there are security risks as well. But Sitecore, it's just not added one add-ons. It's a build up as a it's a developed as a one cohesive platform, Sitecore. So everything is implemented on .NET and it is implemented from the ground up. So there are very less security risk and it is more cohesive platform for us to build our solutions. Those two are the biggest differences I found. And Sitecore is more or like a kind of a enterprise level CMS. When I say as an enterprise level CMS, what it means is more or like a small scale, medium scale, big scale enterprise use this Sitecore as a CMS platform for their websites. But whereas WordPress, like more or like individual and small scale business people use those solutions. Yes, we are talking about CMS. So content management system, where content is more or like an image, text, or any files, videos, anything, any media items or anything. So where exactly are these content get stored or saved? Sitecore uses databases like Core Master Web, like multiple databases, mostly in SQL Server, and also Sitecore supports partially to the Oracle as well. Uh, Sitecore ultimately saves all the content in databases. Quite some of them we can configure it to save it to file system as well. But underlining most of the content gets saved into the databases. So this question, like a lot of times, people asked me when I was like when I give the presentations, like introduction to Sitecore. So they get confused, like, okay, we have huge content, where exactly we are going to save, how we are going to retrieve. It's like it's no different from where how we used to work with SQL Server, but just that we are not going to use any write any queries. Sitecore provides us a rich set of APIs to uh, provide us so that we can just hit that API and get our data, whatever the content from the DB. So ultimately, it saves all the data into database. Yes. Now we have seen what are the like basic questions we had, but let's get into the one serious question. Like, okay, I am a .NET developer, but what are the prerequisites to start learning Sitecore? You do not need anything else if you are .NET developers. If not, you need to have a understanding of .NET framework, C Sharp, as well as the ASP.NET. Because these three things we are going to use to in Sitecore pretty much. Other than learning Sitecore, prerequisite to Sitecore, we need to know all these three things in decent way. Not expertise, but as a beginner level, you need to have a very good understanding of all these things. Like .NET Framework, what are the features, and as ASP.NET MVC, you need to know controller, actions, views, how the routing works. Those are the things. C Sharp, all the code we write in the is C Sharp programming. And Visual Studio I also mentioned, because Visual Studio we use as a .NET developer, we use mainly to develop solutions in Visual Studio. So decent amount of understanding on all these four would be very much helpful when you are learning the Sitecore. Yep. Where should I start learning Sitecore? So there are multiple ways, but previously we didn't had e-learning module from Sitecore for us, but recently they started like in a year and a half back, they started e-learning as well. So now our best bet is to just uh, start learning from their e-learning courses. There is one Sitecore Foundation e-learning course. Just check out the links. I will be adding it in the show notes in the below. So there is a Sitecore Foundation e-learning course which is like around 4 hours, I guess. It will give the basic foundation of all the Sitecore concepts. It's a free. Um, I bet that would be the starting point of it. Other than that, you have a lot of YouTube videos, YouTube channels like Master Sitecore, Sitecore official YouTube channel, as well as a lot of other channels as well, and blogs. So, but I would suggest is go for the Sitecore Foundation e-learning course. That's a free course. And with that, if money is not a constraint for you, there are like e-learning, full-fledged e-learning, I guess around 11 to 14 hours course. They provide, it's around, as far as I remember, last time when I seen it was $1,500. So those e-learning course you can take it, and you will also get exam voucher as well for the certification. Or there is also Sitecore provides like 4 days classroom training. Check out the Sitecore website where they will be conducting next sessions. I guess in Asian network, in Asian continent, it would be around $2,500, I guess, for the classroom training with the exam voucher you will have. But whereas the same course it would be for the e-learning, it would be around $1,500. I will be adding the links here. Please check the links, and yeah, YouTube and blogs. So it would be very much helpful. Yes. So I'm learning on my own, but what about can I do the practicals? There is little concern here, like Sitecore. If you need to practice in your own, you need a licensing. You need a license file. If you are from a partner company, Sitecore partner network, either is technology partner network, you will have the license, or you are one of the person who want to learn from the Sitecore, like one of the client, then you will have a client license, at least within your team or within your company. If not, it would be tough to do practicals. I guess if you purchase e-learning or classroom training, if you take, they would provide, as far as I know, they would provide 30 days trial license. Otherwise, I'm not sure whether, I don't think so. They've provided trial license for the foundation course, which is a free 4 hours course. Yeah, this is like a little bit obstacle for new developers to get into Sitecore, because you don't have license file. Until you have license file, you can't actually practice those. So best bet would be to check with your region Sitecore sales people. So reach out to them, Sitecore support. They would be able to help us, help you in whichever way they can. Yes. Is there any Sitecore certifications available? Yes. Sitecore, there are a lot of certifications available. As we are covering mostly for the .NET, developers perspective. So for developers, we have like Sitecore XP8 web development for .NET developer certification. I guess recently they are also introduced a .NET professional developer or something. But this is the one I have taken when I was doing it. Sitecore XP8 website development for .NET developer certification. I took a e-learning. Thanks to Wandel, they provide me the opportunity to take that e-learning. So, and I took the e-learning course, and as well as the exam which I had, and I passed the certification test. So I got this certification. Currently, as far as I know, there were like MVC. When I did, it was a web forms, mainly the certification course. But now I guess the course is upgraded to have MVC, because more and more projects all the new projects are getting started on MVC, ASP.NET MVC, and course is updated to that, as well as the certification exam also got updated. So please check on that. Yes. Any other books available on Sitecore? Yes. When I started, there was only few of these books. Mainly this John West, all-time Sitecore MVP. He used to work as a CTO in Sitecore. This is a professional Sitecore development. This was the one basic first book written on Sitecore, which I had gone through pretty well on that. Later we had like Sitecore cookbook for developers and configuration strategies, like more of a marketing people. And this is more of like a cookbook where certain features how can we just implement, written by Yogesh Patel. But one book I suggest very much is, this is last year it got released in 2016, last quarter I guess, Professional Psycho Rate Development. This is like, I bought it as soon as got released. I found it very much useful. I wish I had this book when I started on Sitecore. The very much covered for the beginners as well as little bit advanced topics. I would highly recommend buy this book and read out. Ebook version is also available. Just that so professional site code development, lot of things are covered. You will get understanding of lot of concepts. So I would highly recommend on that. So now we have covered like how I can start with the site code. What are the prerequisites? How can I start? What are the certification available? What are the books available? Let's see. Okay, if I started learning it, I am having a lot of questions in that. How to reach out to people who are working on Sitecore? This is the one area Sitecore community is more and more helpful. Even though Sitecore is a product, it is not open source, but there is a beautiful community around it where a lot of people will be ready to help you. So best bet would be the Sitecore stackexchange.com, where it is nothing but we know about stackoverflow.com. So Stack Exchange is Sitecore Stack Exchange is a similar way. It's just dedicated to Sitecore. So there we can put our questions. Currently it is in beta versions, but you will see a lot of questions. When you have time, just go through the sum of the questions. You will find you can learn a lot from the question and answer as well. This is one. And sitecorechat.slack.com. This is where we have like I'm not sure whether you are aware of Slack or not. If not, the Slack is a another chat tool, but whereas like you have a channels and all, where you can communicate with a lot of people. A lot of different Slack channels are available, like communities are around it. So Sitecore also has one, sitecorechat.slack.com. There you will be able to discuss with the people who are already working on Sitecore. So currently, I guess around 2000 plus people are there on that Slack. So even you read it, like a lot of interesting conversation would be going on the implementations, how we will take one approach on another, and there is a blog feed channel where any new blog written on Sitecore would be RSS feed there, so you can go through all the blog feeds and all. It would be very helpful. So, and one high level point is these two are not managed by directly Sitecore. This is completely run by community. So, like you and me, another Sitecore developers or Sitecore MVPs, they started these communities and it's going pretty well. These two are very much helpful. That's all I have. Like I try to cover few of the questions most of the people used to ask in the groups. If you find useful, just share it and give me a thumbs up. If you have any more questions to be covered, just comment it and send it to me, or I will be trying to cover it in another video. Thank you.